We're live. We're Memorex.
All right, first off, can you start with stating your full name, where you're from?
I'm Taran Smith. I'm from San Francisco.
Speak up a little louder.
Okay, sorry.
No, just speak up a little louder.
Can you start over?
Sure.
Start out by stating your name and where you're from.
I'm Taran Smith. I came here from San Francisco.
And how do you feel that you help the people of Aransas Pass?
Well, I have come here and used my time to mostly run machines and clean up after the devastation that has happened here. So basically that means taking apart houses and cleaning up trees and taking trees down, that type of thing. What was lovingly called destro, which is a new word for me.
So how did you hear about the Aransas Pass Burners Without Borders project?
Well, I've known about Burners Without Borders since their inception in 2005. That was my first year at Burning Man. So I gave my excess food and supplies to the trucks that were going down to Katrina. And so I've kept in touch and known about what was going on, but there's never been a real big deployment until now. So when I knew that I needed to help somewhere or another, either in Texas or in Florida, and I set out here, we contacted BWB, and the Corpus Christi branch was the one that got back to us and invited us down.
Awesome, dude. So how do you think that the local people have responded to Burners Without Borders?
It definitely seems that we are vastly appreciated here. We're one of the few people that have heavy equipment and be able to get the jobs that they just are staring at, knowing not what to do. And they have been really giving and thankful. They are constantly bringing us gifts of food and drinks and whatever it is they can afford. It's been really sweet, and it's definitely been the best part of my experience here, is just getting the feedback from the locals.
And what was your favorite thing about your experience so far?
My favorite experience so far has definitely been the feedback from the locals, as in the gratitude and that they've expressed in their own unique way. I'll admit I've had a lot of fun with machines and destroying things here, but that's just the job. The real benefit and the payback is the smiling faces and the thank yous from people that just didn't have any other option. No one was coming.
Do you feel in any way different after your experience here in Aransas Pass?
Any experience like this definitely changes you. For one thing, just knowing that, what we'd call civilization is a little bit thin and can be destroyed rather quickly. On the other hand, there is always people that come and try to help and give back and put things back together. So civilization endures, but it is quite fragile.
Do you think it is important to do this into the future, and why?
Well, unfortunately, disasters like we've seen just stacking up this year is pretty much the new normal. With climate change and with just that many more people on the world spreading out and building and being in the places that are where it's rising sea levels and massive storms, it's just going to be more and more. So we need to come up with a real solution to help get the people that know what they're doing and are able to use the tools necessary to rebuild. They need to be able to get to where they're needed most and be supported.
And what was your favorite task or piece of equipment to use during your time here?
Well, I'm pretty experienced with the VR, so I was able to do a lot more with that and the more precision dismantling. But as far as just sort of raw pleasure, the Bobcat is pretty awesome because it's just this little capsule of motion and movement and a claw that you can grab things you could never lift on your own. And as a visceral experience, I think the Bobcat was quite fun. It was new for me too.
So do you have any message that you would like to give to the world?
Find out how you can help in any way, even if it's just money, but there is going to be more of this from disasters that are stacking up. This is the new normal. So plan for it. Plan in your own lives, but plan to project force where it's needed to help rebuild and stabilize.
Awesome. Is there anything just personal you want to say?
Yeah, that's
Okay, perfect. Thank you. That was awesome.
No problem.
Yay.